Hey, good morning, Polly. How are you? Yeah, thank you very much for the help, by the way. We got it done. We're back in business. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Randolph. We just had to kind of exit this thing and come back in. All right, let's get this party started. Let's see here. Good morning, Brian. How are you, sir? Good morning. Good morning. All right, guys. We have about 3 minutes to the cash market open, and we are. Let's just focus on NQ right now, and then we'll revisit the rest of the instruments that we're watching. We're pushing a little bit above Globex right now, and we have a 200 and 100 NT Rinko that is basically retesting the middle of the range. And we're trading in and around Globex. And we've known how that area is notorious for fading and cons- consolidation and price action that is not necessarily trending. We had a channel number one, and we broke that channel in and around 11,900, and now we're retesting the middle of the range, and potentially we could be retesting the top end of the range around 12,000 if this price action kind of continue at the open with a rally. So that's going to be our focus right here. The first 15, 20 minutes of market price action, we will be patient and waiting. We're not going to put any trades and just kind of read the market to get a feel for who is the participants, who's winning the narrative, what kind of narrative do we have for the day. For example, if we test this very well on the short side and close below Globex and at 874.50. Well, that will set me up for a rotation that will take me back into channel number one, and then we could start moving toward target number two, which is 11,694.5. Now, that would be an idea that I would be waiting on. Let's assume the market showed a little bit more strength and trading above, uh, the transitional or Globex range and starting to shoot up to 12,010. I will wait and I will look for another reversal candle on the 200, and that will set me up for a short. Now, if we start breaking anything above 12,050, that's just the market is shifting altogether here. So it's 8:30, and here we go. Good luck, everybody. They're pushing, they're pushing, they're pushing. Good, good. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. I mean, the harmony trend is long right now, and we are in a swing long above the Globex kill zone, which is between 900 and 950. So the market is pushing. The further away we are away from Globex, the better off we are. It's kind of early in the morning, so we're going to definitely kind of pay attention to the ranges here. Okay, they're pausing here for a minute. So a quick one. Yesterday we ended up in the room at plus 395. Ended up taking some more trades into the close and later on in the day, and ended up about 1275. So that's how that day ended up. But in the room and on stream, we're at plus 395. All right, and for today, no trades so far. Yeah, no, I had one trade midnight. I guess that midnight trade will count toward today. So I had a one trade for 120, and that's it. Basically, that's how we're starting off the day. All right, so let's just keep working here. We're getting a bit of a pause. Good morning, Sheila. We're getting a bit of a pause now. As long as we continue to trade above 37, which will it looks like we're about to break it here. Yep, here we go. So that tells me that the market is out of sync now. So three scenarios need to happen. Scenario number one, longs need to trade above 77. Scenario number two, price action needs to could get to 20 and 05 and then reverse back up with a one candle reversal. That will still be long. If we close below 900, then that will set the stage for channel number two to be established and momentum to take us down to the 850 and potentially the 800. So it's critical for us right now that the longs reassert themselves. So we're disconnecting from this rotation, a beautiful rotation actually, right off the open. And here you go. You see that push long? That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Hmm. I'm gonna be patient and just keep watching the first 15, 20 minutes. Ultimately, they need to close above that 76. Yeah, here we go. This one should push. You gotta close above 76. Here we go, and we're pushing now. Target number two is 90, and we should get there very quickly here. Boom, right there. Hit it to the tick. So there's some good stuff going on here. That's very tradable. That is very tradable right here. Because the way that price came in here is so you see this zone. It's kind of hard to see with all these colors, but it's 950, We came, tested it, dug into it, and bounced right back up. That's bullish in behavior. Okay, that's bullish in behavior. 836. Good morning, Sheila. Okay, I'll be back in a second here. All right, guys. All right, all right. What's going on here? So nice rotations. I mean, that was a good rotation right here into a second rotation with a switch trade. So they're showing, they start to show momentum and follow through. We're hitting the top end of that range on the 200 NT Rinko. So the shorts need to kind of reassert themselves by closing the price into 924 half. If they do that, then that will establish channel number two, and we could see some pressure into Globex and target number one of that sequence. If you start breaking anything above 12,053 and a quarter, that can change the personality of the structure altogether. Now, uh, ultimately, the 200 NT Rinko and the 100 NT Rinko are in sync on the long side, and been in sync on the long side pretty much since 8:52, except this little blip at the open, right? So that's there are buyers and fairly strong buyers coming in. It's interesting what they're doing here. I'm gonna look for a potential fade if we close this candle lower. Thank you. That's the first trade of the day. I was counter trending here. It's a little bit aggressive of a move considering the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, but that behavior right here is not, it's not bullish, and they put a captain set up long and they were fading it. So now you even getting more bearish behavior right here. So I took the scalp version of that trade. That's just a quick trade right there, but let's see, we made a little bit of money. What the hell is that? That is some whacked up. Okay. So basically, we made 400 bucks off of that trade, plus the 120 that we made earlier. So we're up 520. It's just the way Ninja Trader reporting it. It's not reporting it correctly. It's just jacked up. Here we go. I mean, see where we got short. It's just a beauty. Where's the beauty? Hey, good morning, Omer. How are you? All right, I'm not gonna worry about this reporting stuff. Let's just worry about the next trade here. All right, so the market is out of sync between the 200 and the 100. And look at that shift. So where was the earliest sign that the market was shifting? Is right here. Whenever we put that captain set up long and the market just tightened up and then reversed with that candle, that was it. I was like, all right. Then we put a captain set up short on the 25 NT Renko, and then the market just boom. And that is, I mean, if we end up closing here at 22, we are going to be in a channel number 2 on the short side. 22. We got to see that 22 happen. Hmm. We got very close, but no close there. So I'm not going to get too excited about going short yet. I mean, at least from a swing trade perspective, you really need that close below 25. Hmm. 45. Yeah, look at that beauty. That's nice. All right. So we're in the middle of the range on the 100 NT Rinko, and we came in very close to closing this 200 NT Rinko candle, and we're bouncing right off of it. So that tells me that the market is just trying to stabilize here. We should see more pressure coming through right now on the short side. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're right back into the Globex kill zone. So the question is, I mean, we're at target number 5 here. I mean, that's kind of extended. I need almost like a run up. They're taking it all the way down to Globex. By the way, Globex is 11,900 point half. So you see that number down there? That tells you where Globex is at. And we're about 12, 13, 15 points away from it. And that's what that number is. I tell you that entry right here was gold. It just it didn't want to necessarily take the swing trade this early in the morning. Yeah, we're gonna disconnect here, push up a little bit. It's 850. Let's take a look at the rest of the stuff that we got going on here. I mean, really not much news going on. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we have some stuff, CPI, core CPI, but today not really much news. Then into Thursday, you got PPI, core, and then unemployment, and Friday, bunch of stuff going on. Core retail sales, and you got FOMC plus consumer confidence sentiment. All right, so sellers are looking like they are in charge. We're extending below target number 5 in this sequence. What I would like to see us do is, if the market can establish a cloud that is positive, then fail it. Because that means we're digging back up into the 40s and 50s. Here we go. And that would lead us to, uh, we need a little bit of space on the downside so we could have, warrant the risk we're about to take. Yeah, so right here, wow, putting a captain setup short. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Yeah, the price action is tightening here. So what we're experiencing is a bit of consolidation with a short bias against Globex. Yeah, I want to see more out of this market before I jump in, and potentially after 9 o'clock. Okay, that's just a lot of tightening and coiling that's going on here. Nothing for me to do. A lower high and a lower high against that captain setup short, and market is pushing. Okay, good, good. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the failure. Here we go, and we got a continuation trade. Okay, let's see if we can find ourselves an entry point, though. I mean, we're understanding what the market is doing. It's just simple of an entry point. Good morning, Adam. How are you? You guys received my email in the morning, right? For the room. Brian, Sheila, Omer, Adam. Okay, good. So we're in the middle of the kill zone around Globex, and we're just oscillating back and forth. I mean, there's trades here. There's one that just started at the 18. into this rotation. Thank you. That's another good one. So we picked up another $300 on that trade. Short as a continuation of the selling pressure in and around Globex. So we're taking the scalp version of these trades. No, that's not it. Here we go again. Selling pressure coming in. Beauty, beauty. Should be short or on the sideline. Don't get cute with this market. Don't get cute. Channel number 2 established in this rotation, and we're pushing lower right here. And we're about 40 points lower than Globex right now. So that tells you now they're making it a decisive move. Well, we're understanding what's going on. That's the key, Adnan. It's just we have a good understanding of what the market is doing. Boom, here we go. Look at that beauty. So we had 3 trades and all profitable. All right, here we go. Yeah, thank you, Polly. Here we go. That's the update. We're up 820 for the day. Man, look at that beast. Woof. That's a beast. Wow. Yeah, so Polly, the P&L updates. Thank you. Target number 5 in this rotation got hit, which is 820. Target number 6 is going to be 782. I mean, the problem here is I'm seeing is just for me to take a short. I mean, it's looking good too. But it just, man, it's extended, and we didn't have a bounce back uh, for me to jump in. I mean, look at it. We're breaking target number five in the sequence, which is really a very strong statement. Target number six, like we said, is 782. So we're hitting that whole number 800 and, or close to it and bouncing right back up. Let me put the markers on. All right. So, okay, so they're stabilizing things around here, and they're most likely going to start going up to the 50 zone and start playing there. All right. So the good news here is we're starting to at least get a bit of a bid. Yeah, they're trying to stabilize the price action right here. So we may see a bit of back and fill and rotation. So after a big move like this, you typically see consolidation where the market is making higher lows and the price action gets stuck in the range. So 820. Yeah, and we're hitting like a whole number at 11,800. So while we're waiting on better price action here, I mean, we have good price action. Let's take a look at the rest of the stuff. Look at that beauty on crude oil. Wow. Target number three is 96.69, and rotation came in back in overnight to 102 and hit it. So that's good. I gotta keep my eye on NASDAQ here. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, I mean, it's amazing, but it just keeps putting some pressure on. Lower highs all the way through within that channel. And that channel started all the way back up right here at 1830 into 1720. And it hit all the targets. So as long as we continue to trade under 1750, the pressure can be still on here. Yeah, it looks like we may end up flushing below 800 here. The market is lining itself up for that. And here it comes. Okay. Not ready, huh? Yeah, no. Okay, so we're not. It's back and forth here, back and forth against the 800. So they're gonna spend some time backing and filling. I'm not gonna. After big moves like this, I leave that price action alone for the most part. In Q, let's see here. Yes. Russell 2000. Oh, look at that, Russell. Channel number two established. Very similar to how NQ is behaving. And as long as we trade under that 1745 and glowbacks at 1736, we should continue to sell off. All right, look at that little flip. Market is out of sync. Between the 200 and the 100, the market is out of sync. So what is that telling me? It's telling me that the market is going through this consolidative rotation where they will break the high of a range and the low of the range and bring the price to the middle of the range. And that tells me, just you got to trade that a bit differently than when the market is in sync and directional. So either you stay away from this or you scalp it. So how we doing across the board? Adam, Brad, how we doing? Good morning, Brad. Brian, how are we doing, sir? Sheila, Adnan, PJ, Randolph, how are you, buddy? Good job, Adam. Up 700. They put a captain setup long right here. Rather be short than long. We're just looking for setups. So what are we seeing here? What we're seeing here is a consolidation. That's what we're seeing. A major move lower. Then the market is spending quite some time here between 9 o'clock to where we're at, just oscillating within this range where they run up above the range and below the range. They couldn't take it below the range past this point at close to the 1807. But ultimately, you're seeing a whole lot of a zigzag price action. And in that environment, you fade. That's the best thing you could do, or you stay away, and preferably just stay away. We're so close to blowbacks that for them to establish a channel number two, PJ, and run it down, then come back and reverse it is within their wheelhouse. That's how you trap the majority of people. Yeah, see, we're back into the the Globex kill zone right here. So far we made three decisions, um, all successful. We're up 820, and the market is out of sync, and we're pushing into the Globex zone. And a couple of things, three things need to happen. Scenario number one: this 100 NT Rinko closed to 826. If we break below 826, there'll be a resumption of the short behavior. If we run up to the 84 range and then reverse, that will also be a continuation trade on the short side. Then if we close at Globex, which is 900, I will look for pullbacks as a buying opportunity, but I would not be sizing up in them due to the fact that we are in a channel on the downside. But that will set the stage for a run up to 26 and 50 and potentially a retest of the 12,000. So I'll participate in it, but I'm not going to oversize myself in type of environment because we're smack into Globex as well. I may even just leave it alone altogether. But those are the scenarios in which I am looking at and the ideas that I would be putting forward if we get to these levels. All right. You see that? That's just the market telling us, here we go. And here we go again. So now rotations back up. I can look into the short side of the market as long as a couple of things happen. One of them, we need a new transitional zone to build up. Maybe that's just asking too much of this market right now, but I rather see that or a retest of the 40, couple of retests of the 40, then I can look at it from the perspective of a short. And here we go, we're getting there. That's a good retest right there. I mean, we could see target number one. I wanna see a little bit more, just due to the fact that the market is a bit consolidative here. But see how they dig into this Globex zone and they come back in. They did it here. They did it here. So that's good to see. I'm trying. Get short right here. Uh-oh. That's no good. That's 1,000. I didn't want that. All right, we're gonna take a stop on that one. Yeah, you can't see the price here. Let me take that off. Yeah, it's very choppy right here. All right, okay. So we took a short here, added to it right here. We got stopped out. So we're down a little bit for the day. And let's just keep working. 25, yeah, to the tick. Yeah, they're gonna bring it right back down. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that. All right. Yes, Omer. Yes, it is. It is. It is. It is absolutely is. The 102 close is the stop. It just we got stopped out. It's okay. Not every trade's gonna work, right? See how I mean, they're just chopping it up. They're chopping it up. So we got to stay away from this for a little bit. If they break that 100, which is 63, which is they just did that, then the market is back out of sync, and we should be seeing a little bit of rally back up to that 90. And ultimately, the 900, if we get there, then that will position us in a scenario of buy the dip. Target number two is 79. Target number three is 98. Well, we get to 98, you're getting to the 900, and that would kind of close that move. Target number two is hit. Market is out of sync, and we are looking like we're going to go back into Globex. Yeah, the 98 is coming. Here it comes. Okay, so they closed it. They closed it. So right there now, pullbacks are buyable. Yeah, good job, PJ. That was a good one. Yeah, we had a transitional zone at 50, or actually it started off at 49.50, and it ran up to target number one, and target number two in ES is going to be 58 and a quarter. Most likely right now we're going to see a bit of back and fill and a disconnect. So we're not, I want to see momentum here before I start jumping back in on the long side. So the target for any rotation here around 901. Okay. So that would be 31. So 931. So what we see here is that we literally hit the Globex to the tick and at 900, and we're pulling back right now. So we're not going to be jumping in unless we see momentum. And the momentum got disconnected literally right after that conclusion of that move. And you're getting counter fading that's happening right now. So the market right now is out of sync again, meaning that 200 and 100 not in sync. We hit Globex and we faded it. We established a new transitional zone and a cloud, and you're getting a bit of a fading behavior. Now this is what has to happen. Three scenarios. One, the market runs back up to 900 and close there. If we do that, then yeah, we'll see some momentum to the 50. If we can pull back into the 38.40 and reverse, that will still stabilize the price action to the long side. If we reverse all the way down to 27, then at that point, kind of all bets are off. I'm looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity. One of those scenarios is going to happen. And the behavior that we're seeing dominant right now is consolidation around Globex. And you could see it clearly how the price in the morning shot up, came back down here, and reversed right in Globex. So they're flushing everybody, all the shorts, and they're flushing all the longs, and now they're bringing everything to the middle of the range. Now, if they sell into that 26, we are going to get most likely a continue, because that's a switch trade right here. We're going to get a continuation trade that could challenge the low and potentially go to target number two, which is 694 and a half. So this conclusion of this candle is going to be very critical. I'll be paying closer attention to it. Okay, I mean, they're pushing. Target number three in the sequence is happening here. Man, I mean, they're dragging everybody down in this rotation. They really are. And that close right here is going to be significant at 26, and we're not too far off. Hey, GM, how are you? You're coming to play, right? 381 possible long SPY. All right. So they came in. I mean, we're like around less than 10 points away from that low. That low is very critical. That 26 area. If we fail to sell off below it, then the market can push up to that 950. Market will get back in sync around 875. All right, so they're coming in here. No 75, and they're pushing a little bit lower right here. If again, if we get that 825, we should be solid on looking for any rally as a shorting opportunity. They keep trying. They keep trying. So that's what somebody asked for a P&L. So for the day, I'm down 995, and this is since almost the beginning of the month. So 2 grand, 3 grand, 780, 300, 1200, and negative 995 so far. Does that answer your question? $390. All right, look at that. Yeah, good morning, Safe. How are you, sir? 951, 951. At 27, man, they gotta make a decision here what they want to do, right? We keep playing in and around the bottom end of the Globex kill zone here. ES is in consolidation. Yeah, it is looking weak, GM. It is looking weak. I'm trying to if we break that 27, which we were so close. We're about to here. Out of harmony. Why is it out of? There you go again. To keep accumulating around that area. That's interesting. They're putting the captain setup right there and they flipped it. So they're really defending that 2730 right now. They are really defending it. But you had one, two, three rotations in there of trying to defend that price action. So to me, I'm patient here. We keep bouncing between, the transitional zone area and this close between 27, and they're just basically building a lot of stops in this range, and they're going to take it one way or another. Um, 75 is a key. If we break up 75, then the market is kind of making a statement that they're going to hold this line. they're about to close that thing. Yep, here we go. So now the market is back in sync, and we're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. That's what I'm looking for. And all the stops are against that 27. It's just that's what I got to do here. I mean, I can get very aggressive and start like buying on any pullback, but that's I'm looking for target number 2 and or target number 3, but I got to accumulate a little bit more than what I have. I mean, they're going to try to fade against that middle of the range. So I got to take a quick profit if I can get it. And if we break 81, we should see a push to the 85, 88. Yeah, so I'll take a small profit here. We'll try it again. Yeah, there's a lot of noise. Yeah, what? Why? Here you go. Dang. Why? 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 Ask why, huh? Not a lot of conviction, but I mean, we had a good entry here. We got a good out. I mean, target number one is definitely a good spot to kind of look for. But if it's slow and it's not moving, I'll just take my profits and move on. Ultimately, the market is back in sync and is showing resilience around that 27.30 zone. And right now, I'm not seeing a lot of conviction and momentum, but it could come in there. I mean, if we start to see here, 27.30 zone, I said between the 27 and the 30 zone, basically above the 30 zone. So that 27 and 30 35 area, the market came in and bought all the supply, and that is the area where the 200 NT wrinkle would have had closed. A flush below it would have closed that. So that's why that area is important. They're fading it again. All right, they're going to try to push it a little bit lower here. As long as we continue to trade under 71, there's a risk of seeing 50 and 40 right now. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's the winner. The longs are continuing and they're going to retest that 900. And this is telling me that the market really liked that area down there, that 27 to 35 to 37, that the whole zone. They're liking that one. And they're basically took one rotation up, came back down, retested, and took another rotation back up again. So what are we going to make out of that is we're going to look for spots to go long in this market. But it's not going to be big size. It's going to be more of a scalp, and it's going to be based on a fresh new transitional zone. How's your Tesla working out, GM? Here you go. Good job, Adam. Good job. Up 2K for the day. You're doing better than I am today, man. Mega fight. I want to be like G. Look at that bad boy going up here to target number two of the sequence. 920, 918. Target number three is 940. It's called G Robinhood. I gotta show you some pictures then. A quick one because we're still doing business right now. But all right, target number two, target number three. We said the 940, and it's going up there. Here we go. Quick one. That was my weekend. The archery range. I was hitting it spot on, right in the middle. I even played with that one. So that's who you're having a mega fight with, Adam. Yeah, you're not gonna keep me down, man. I mean, it's gonna take more than an arrow in the hand to get me to stop doing. You should know by now. I'm a very stubborn man. Well, you should have said, PJ, shoot an apple off Adam's head blindfolded. Now I'll take that bet. All right. Let's see. So what are we gonna do with this behavior here? They're dancing around glowbacks. I get it. Guru shots. Here we go. That's how you screw the majority of people. See that behavior right here? Now the market is out of sync again. So what does that mean? We're going to be back to a scenario where three things need to happen. One, price going back up to 820, 925. Market going down to the 60 and flipping back up exactly like the market did earlier on. See how they got very close, then flipped. That's a scenario number two, and that will keep us on the long side. And then also they can come in all the way now to the new number. 27 is not as well, it's critical for a continuation trade, but for the market flipping its orientation to short, you need to break below 849 now. So we do that, then we're in sync on the short side, and we could start looking at rotations to get short. They're showing a little bit. We're still oscillating. They put a cap and set up switch trade right here. And that's a long signal. And we got to break 24 in order for me to be interested again in the long side. Trading right in the middle of that zone is always a bit choppy. So patience here is the better approach. Undertrade this environment and look for the market to be completely in sync, meaning the 200 and the 100 are in sync. Preferably the cloud needs to be in your favor as well. And here the longs are running right smack into the middle of the range right now. And that's just a tough spot for price action. So we're not getting a lot of momentum. We're not getting direction. We're getting the market that is out of sync. And we just simply have to wait for it to get back in sync before we participate. Patience is a trade, right? Yeah, that was a good one. Safe. Yeah, that captain setup switch trade right here was a good one. So it looks like we're firming up. I mean, we break the 24, 25. Things are going to start looking up into the 50. Here we go, and market is in sync. Now we're back in the business of looking for longs, or continuing the long trades. Well, you make money, GM. They're getting like really weird here. They're not they're not making much of any solid moves. Now, this is a scenario that I would be. Here you go. That's money. Um, a scenario that I'm interested in. If they close at 87, 87 will be a captain set up short on the 100 NT Rinko, and I will get active shorting in that behavior. All right, we're almost there already. Good Lord. Yep, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Just gonna keep it small initially. There you go. They're gonna try to defend this. I mean, don't make it. There you go. All right. Took one out, took two out, and I'm going to leave that one contract and see if we can make a bigger move out of it and maybe add to it on rallies if we see them. Thank you. So we added and got out of some, and we should be seeing a flush. I mean, we hit target number 2. Man, it's so tempting. I'll take it. So we hit target number 2 of that sequence. So not bad, baby. Woo-hoo. We made some money. So what that did, it made our negative $900 look like a 475 on a good quality decision. So that's how my week stuff going on here. Positive 2750, I mean 25, 3 grand, 700, 300, 1200, 475. Let's keep playing the game. Hey, Paulie, I see these emotions that you got going on here. I like that a lot, actually. That's pretty cool. Hey, by the way, guys, we also are, this is what I'm talking to here, a Trade Arcade. So we are also streaming a Trade Arcade, and what's different about them is they are dedicated wholly for financial streaming. So you're going to get a lot of people who are in options, in stocks, in futures, in crypto, and all they do is stream only financial trading, day trading, swing trading, big plays, small plays, whatever it is. It's just really an awesome platform for anybody that wants the extra. We're going to be doing exclusive content for Trade Arcade as well. So jump in, sign in, and explore it and get to learn about what they offer. They got a good thing going. So I like that captain setup, short, on the 100 NT Rinco, and I'm looking for rallies back up as an opportunity to go short. I want to see a disconnect between uh, this transitional zone. I want to see a disconnect there, and then a reconnect with a new transitional zone. So this way we're getting a fresh reaction. We should push up a little bit here. All right, we're getting one of them at least, right? So see the idea here. Once that formation presented itself, now the market is not in sync. So I mean, I can get into too many contracts with that type of scenario, but it's simply the fact that the market is giving us a captain setup short on the 100 NT Rinco. Got in at Globex and a middle of the range, and I had one at the top end of the range. So then when the market started to bleed, I got into some more and covered two of them right here. Then the market gave me a switch trade short. So I have such a good cost average that I added on that signal one more time and covered into target number two. So that's the logic of that sequence as you saw that. That was a $1,200 trade right there, and I didn't put too many contracts. One, two, three contracts. All right, guys. So if you feel that the stream is helping you in any way, I mean, you can support the channel by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Let us know what you think. Let us know what instruments that you would like us to cover, because we could cover a wide array of things, including cryptocurrency, which I actually trade, and your support is appreciated. So smash that button. Yeah, I mean those are numbers are going to be critical for inflation and state of the economy. So yeah, I mean market is apprehensive. You could tell that, and how would you know they're apprehensive? It's typically when you see price action, it's stuck around Globex. That's just basically is a telltale that the market is just waiting, anticipating. As long as we're making our money, as long as we are understanding the structure of the market, and as long as we can see the behavior developing, that's all what matters. Because you will get days where the market is simply not moving, like summer. Some summer doldrums are an area where price is just not there's not a lot of momentum. So you have to be able to navigate a market that looks like that, and a market that is has a lot of momentum, and a market that is patient and waiting, and a market that is not range bound trending market. There's a million different type of markets out there. Okay, that's a thank you, Oscar, for letting me know. Let me see here how. Let me see, because YouTube. Right. Yeah, no convictions in either side. So if you wanna find us, here you go, Harmony Trader. Harmony Trading. So for people on YouTube, if you don't mind, I'm just going to do this very quickly here. You could find us at Harmony Trading System, Harmony Trader, and my favorite absolute search word, I am money. Every morning, say that word to yourself 100 times, 10 times, whatever many times you need, and you find us right here. I am money. That's what I believe. I am money. Part of my prep day, every single day, is I repeat that word to myself. I don't know, maybe 50 times. Not only that, but I'll show you something actually kind of cool. There you go. I'm going to show you something really cool because that word needs to be stuck in your head. You don't make money, you are money. Look, what is that right there? I carved this in wood by myself, really. Uh, it's an I, and this is the Sanskrit for which means to me, I own money. Can I, that's, and I carved this about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. So every single day, repeat those words to yourself. You are money. I am money. No, no, I get you, and I'm gonna correct that. I'm gonna correct that, Oscar. Thank you very much, actually, for bringing that to my attention, and it's a good point too. Yeah, you are what you eat. You are what you think, and I think I am money. Daniel Boom. Who's that? Let me see. It could be Daniel Robin Hood Boom. Yeah, good job, Adam. How's everybody doing so far? Brad, how are we doing? Sheila, Safe, Omer. Yeah, it is Chop City, GM, big time. Yeah, so they're playing, chicken dance in and around Globex. They're just gonna keep playing around that game for a while. We understand what's happening here. Let's take a quick look at the rest of the instruments and see what we can work with here. Crude oil. Oh, baby, look at that. So they jumped overnight into the O2, established a new transitional zone, new cloud against Globax, pushed to target 1, 2, and recently to target number 3. Target number 4 is 90.66. If we can dream that big. And you would think, ooh, how did I miss that one? Hold on. There was a trade in NQ. Look at that captain setup on the 50 NT Rinko. Long at 88 to 908, close to it at least. So that was a signal right there. Crude oil, so hitting that. So that's the structure that we're dealing with here. Now, the market got to protect that psychological, the shorts got to protect the psychological number of 100. So we want to see how they will handle this transitional zone. And the transitional zone is holding up very nicely so far. So, we started this sequence around 103.50 on the 11th. On the, yeah, that's the 10th. Yeah, the 11th. And bounced back yesterday into today. And the sellers are persistent here. Let's take a look at gold. Okay, so continuation of the selling pressure, lower highs, but you could see that the market is really basing here. So as long as we continue to trade below 1751, the chances of continuation on the short side is high. To be honest with you, right now, this price action is past target number 5, and you would have expected a counter trend rally at some point just to kind of shake out some of the shorts. And it, so I rather see them punch into 1750 to the 60 and then fail with another rotation lower. That will give me a bit of a distance that I can cover on the short side versus trying to, short right here after the market made a massive move that literally got triggered on 623 around 12 o'clock at the price of 1829. That's when this rotation started. And we hit target 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all the way down to these levels. So that is an important thing for me to see in gold. Let me see what else we got going on here. Yes. RT. RT. All right. So they're playing around Globex, and they're playing around the channel number 2. So the shorts need to protect 1747.3. If this candle that we are in closes at 33.5, that will set the stage for a push lower that could reassert the pressure to target number 4. If we continue to trade above here, then the market most likely will consolidate and get us in a counter trend rally to target number 1. So it's important for this candle and the next one to bring itself back down into the fold of channel number 2 for the shorts to continue to exert pressure. You could see this captain setup right here failed and reasserted itself. So that level all the way up to that 1747 is going to be crucial. Adam is holding a good run streak, up 12 out of 15 days. Well, that's the winning attitude, my friend. And you can do this. You can do it. Good job. Good job. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. So this sequence started on the 9th at a price of 21,400 and will continue to sell into all the way down to target number 4. Right? We hit target number 4 on this sequence, and now we're challenging basically the top end of the channel, and we're challenging Globex. So it is extended on the short side, and the market is basing with a higher low. I wouldn't be surprised if we break into the 20,200 and into the 20.5K zone as a counter trend to all this solid move to the downside. And there you want to see a failure pattern and a resumption of the short pressure. And if that doesn't happen, then we will see a base. We will see a market that would look like this. Let's take a look. Look at that. Here we go. See a downward move, market consolidated, then switched the cloud, and then you got momentum, 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 momentum. That's how a long market would look like. We're nowhere close to it yet, but we're seeing early signs that the market is stable here, and that's important to be conscious of. And that's it for me. As far as where we ending the day, I mean, nothing really has changed since we last looked at this. We're up. We're up 475, and the decisions we made are as follow. So you saw the short right here, and that's a combination short. We got short here, added, added, covered, added, covered, covered. So that was a beauty. We went long here and covered. Here we took on a stop and short, added, added, and covered right there. I think we had a couple more trades, and that's it. Let's see here. Yeah, we took a short right here. That was a beauty from 12,002 into that level, and the market was decisive after that. So that's how we made our money for today. Hopefully, everybody made a little bit or a lot, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Yeah, yeah, PJ. Well, we have to trade every environment. Ooh, look at this. Captain set up switch trade on, if we get this thing to happen, a close below 74, I'm gonna start getting short. But I'm gonna take a break first, and uh, and then come back and take a look at the market. So I'm done for the day. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Good job, everybody.